Yo, what's going on? This is King Marv, Two Side Podcast, man. I'm here live in the safe house, as we call it. You know what I mean? The Two Side Studio, the safe house where you come, you can talk, and everything is safe. You know what I mean? You get some knowledge when you walk out the door. But I'm here with my man, Brad Butler Jr. Oh, I'm sorry, the second. The second. And we said this off the air, too. I was like, yo, the second? Or is it Junior?
It's all right. It's all right.
Sorry about that, brother.
Nah, you good.
But yo, man, so we here with he's an author, he's a life coach, he's a motivational speaker. We met on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. So you want to tell the people, man, about how'd you get started? Number one.
People ask me all the time, say, how did you, what made you choose to become a motivational speaker?
Right.
And everything that you do, I say that it chose me.
It chose you.
It chose me because I actually had a teacher from high school after I graduated from college. She approached me and she kept asking me, would you be interested in coming to the school and speaking to the kids? Like, you got a really good story. Mm-hmm. And I was like, nah. I kept turning it down. I was like, nah. And the reason why I kept turning it down is because I always looked at it as, who am I? To tell somebody that they could live a better lifestyle,
wow.
they could live their dreams. And, I was like, I'm not even living my dream. I don't even know what my dream is right now.
Right.
Like, I'm just kind of going through my days, haphazardly,
True.
And she's like, well, just think about it. I really think you should come. Mm-hmm. And then I started to think about it more and more, and then I started to notice that I was gravitating to motivational speakers.
Right.
And I said, I'm actually see. I'm gonna give this a try.
Okay.
So I went and I tried it, and it turned into something that I fell in love with, and I knew that it was what I really wanted to do with my life because I got the same feeling that I used to get before I would go out for a football game.
Wow. So like that same drive,
right? Like the butterflies, the the anxious feeling, like
right.
I can't wait to go out. I can't wait to show. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I get the same feeling like when I'm doing the episode.
Right.
Wait, was that fresh out of high school?
No, that was right out college.
Right after college.
Pretty much right after college. That was when I started going. I went into the workforce, and I was doing sales. I was a fully licensed insurance agent.
So you going through the door?
So no, I wasn't going through the door. I had brick and mortar that I was working in,
right.
And I was just working for who was it? Was it State Farm? Yep, State Farm.
Okay.
I was working for State Farm, selling insurance and property casualty, all that good stuff, and then I was just like, man, I just don't think that this is for me. I can't see myself.
Right?
When you think about retirement, people retiring, like they're putting in 30 or more years, whatever the case may be. Certain whatever number of years it is for them to get to retirement, and I was like, I can't see myself doing this for another year, let alone 40, 50. I can't do it.
Right.
I was like, I can't do it, and this hourly wage, like how I don't think that somebody can put an hourly wage on what I do.
Right.
I really don't.
Right. So basically, again, you knew instantly your worth.
Yeah, I was like, you can't put an hourly wage on my gift.
Oh my God! Right, like round of applause, right? Round of applause out there for that one. I mean, I like that though. You can't put a minimum wage on my gift.
Right,
Remember that, guys. Know your worth, man. So again, tell the people. All right, I don't want to jump ahead, but I mean, I know people are wondering what this book is here.
Oh,
okay. And then they're like, let's go with that book. So I want to give you time to actually.
Yeah. So I'm also an author.
Right.
I wrote a book. And it just talks about the earliest memories that I have in my life up until me starting my career as a speaker. So it was just one of those things where I never had the intent to write a book, ever. I never thought, writing a book was something that I was going to do because I was a special ed student. So
same here. Yo, one time for the special ed students, I'm sorry. That's right, yo. We out here, making things happen, even though everybody thought we wasn't gonna be.
Absolutely.
Right. Go ahead,
and that was the reason why the teacher wanted me to come back to the schools. She was like, because you went out, you got 2 degrees, and we don't normally hear that type of story. So I said, wow. So I got an associate's and I got a bachelor's.
Okay, 2 degrees.
So I did that, and then that's what you jump-started everything. And then my mentor was saying, like, yo, you can write a book. Like, there's nobody stopping you. There's no barricade saying that you can't. All you gotta do is write your story, give it to the editor, let them do their thing, And then you go, you got yourself a book, and now you'll now have a title that nobody will ever be able to take away from you.
You put that on your resume.
Exactly.
You padded your resume, right?
Exactly.
Now,
exactly.
speaking of, all right, so since I brought that up, right? Speaking of how important padding your resume up in your industry, like, and like what you do.
Oh, credibility.
Credibility.
Your credibility means everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally seen I've heard some horror stories and actually been around some situations that were terrible.
Whoa.
Where they have speakers come to a school and they charge them, 4 figures to speak for an hour or less. And it come to find out that they're not what they say they are. I literally had a situation where I was in an auditorium where this guy was speaking all these accolades, all these things that he had, and I was talking to the gym teacher. I said, "Wow, this dude did a lot of stuff." He said, "Yeah, man, he did. He looked them up on the phone, like right while we were there. He googled them right there and couldn't find a thing."
Listen.
My thing is, I made it my business to live with values and to live with integrity.
Absolutely.
So that if somebody wanted to Google me, you can go ahead. You can Google me. Or better yet, because I wrote the book and because I tell my story everywhere that I go, I'm completely transparent. So I never have to worry about somebody bringing up something or saying something about me. I'm like, yo, I already said it.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? So that word transparent that you just used, right? So recently, I've been dealing with things in my life, so now I'm becoming transparent. And I like it.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, because I feel free.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I feel free, bro. Like, you don't have to carry that weight of shame or guilt or whatever it is you're carrying on. I don't know what it's called.
Right.
I know mine's was shame and guilt. I mean, I don't know what it is.
I'll put it like this: I never have to worry about somebody, jumping out of the stand saying, he's a special ed kid, right?
Right.
And I'm like,
okay.
It's in the book. Like, that's why I'm here, because this is where I started and this is where I'm at now.
Oh, that's so wonderful, man. Like your story, like literally, man. And for those that don't, well, you guys won't know because it was kind of conversation that me and him had on the telephone, which was awesome conversation, bro. We had a conversation almost for like an hour. I was in the basketball court and I just like stopped everything I was doing. I was just talking to my brother because he just like it was a word that I needed to hear. But what I was gonna say was just listen to your story over the phone and everything that you were doing. Like you motivated me so much, and I just wanted to tell you that face to face, bro.
Wow, thank you.
Because you really you have no idea. I was going, like I told you, I'm going through some things in my life. But that moment that you was talking to me, it reassured me that I still can make this work. I still can do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be transparent and let's rock. So man, again, I want to appreciate you, man, for that, man. Thank you so much, man.
Of course.
College. You became a motivational speaker. First of all, what college did you go to?
I started off at Mercer County Community College.
Okay, shout out
to the EOF program. Then I went over to Mercer County. I went from Mercer County Community College over to Kane University.
Okay.
So then I graduated from there. I started off with a degree in fine arts at Mercer County. Then when I went to Kane University, I was so tired of not knowing how to make money. Like money was such an issue in my family. I said, I want to learn business. So I changed my major, and that's why I decided to get my bachelor's in, and it's helped me so much.
They were inspiring to do this. Maybe be a motivational speaker or life coach. Do you need a degree?
Absolutely not. Look at Les Brown. Les Brown did not get a degree. He was basically just going off of his story, off of his life.
Right.
You can learn anything from anybody because the root of the word education itself has absolutely nothing to do with an educational facility.
Right.
It's just what you learn throughout life. That's all education is.
So basically, it's just experience.
It's just your experience in life. That's all education is. Now, mind you, what I will say is, if you go to college, it does give you the ability to learn more as far as other verbiage and other language.
Which is definitely important.
Right. So I had to learn, because I don't have a degree in education, I had to learn the type of language that they speak in. Right. When I'm gonna go to a school and they say, hey, how can you help us? Or, what can you do? One of the first things I tell them is that I can help you with retention. To make sure that you retain the students that you have.
Absolutely.
And help them to understand why their education is important. Now, my thing is, I don't care if you don't like school. That's fine. Right. I don't like school. I was never a fan of school.
Yeah,
but what made me keep going and what made me finish it was the benefit that I would get from it.
Absolutely.
So if they understand the benefit that's attached to going to school and getting your degree or your certification or going to this trade school, because not everybody, college is not necessarily for them, and that's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I would say at least try it. I would say at least try it.
Right, absolutely.
Try it and get your feet wet and say, oh, you know what? I don't like the structure of this. It doesn't work for me, because college isn't going nowhere.
Right.
You can enroll in college at any time.
At any age.
Exactly.
So, it's not going nowhere, right?
So if you're not sure of what direction you would want to go, I would say get a trade. You get a trade because then you can always make money. You ain't never got to worry about it. There's plenty of people in this world right now who have an administrative degree or communications degree or whatever the case may be, and they are my degree. As far as having a bachelor's, that doesn't guarantee that I'm going to have a job.
Absolutely.
That doesn't guarantee that I'm going to have a job.
And it's funny that you said that. And again, I said I knew a few, and I don't mean that. I didn't mean it in a negative.
No, but it's the truth.
It's definitely the truth, right? And I was just having a conversation with my older son, and I was telling him that going to college like you said, doesn't guarantee that you're going to be successful. You know what guarantees that you're going to be successful? Hard work. Yep. Discipline. You know what I mean? Showing up.
Yep. Consistency.
Consistency. Like that's what it is. And people don't understand it's that simple.
Oh, you know what I mean? the funny thing about it is the formula to success is simple. It's just being disciplined enough to do it. If you're not disciplined, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work, right?
It's not gonna work.
Absolutely.
So like there's a lot that I sacrifice. Like being with my wife, she sacrifices a lot for as far as her time with me. Like there's a lot of time that we don't get together because I'm constantly going to interviews or doing speaking engagements, going to networking events, traveling.
Brought up in church?
No. I found God pretty much at that point where I hit rock bottom. I knew God was a part of my life, but it wasn't one of those things where I was raised in church or anything like that. So. It was one of those things where I kind of found God on my own, and I think that was actually better. For me personally.
Yeah, because I grew up in the church, and it was like too much.
You know what I'm saying? You're in church on Monday. It was Monday, Saturday, Like, it was like, yo, when I get 18,
I'm out of here.
Out of here. Like, but peace. I also say this, though. Like, I'm very religious.
I put God in just about everything.
Everything I do, absolutely. Now, as far as the building is concerned, like, going to that building, I really, for a long time, I was like really skeptical about going.
You feel better about it once you have a relationship with God outside of the church.
Right.
When I had a relationship with God outside of the church, it made me feel more comfortable with choosing a church to go to and to be a part of, and I knew what I was looking for.
Right.
I knew what I was looking for. Like if I didn't feel something, when the pastor was speaking, I just like, nah, that's not it.
You.
That's not it. Like I know who I am. Like I gravitated to Eric Thomas because of his speaking ability, and he was also a man of faith.
Right.
So I knew where the message was coming from was genuine.
Right.
So not only was it that I was getting a motivational speech, I was also getting a word at the same time.
Yeah, I like
so,
that too.
And I know it's one of those things where God was like, this is how I'm going to have to get to him.
Right.
Because I tried, you tried church in different ways.
Right.
He don't like nothing bland. I don't like nothing. And that's exactly why when I go speak, I don't want to do that to anybody. I don't want to give you the bland. I don't want to give you the standing behind the podium. I don't like standing behind podiums.
Right.
I don't at all. I don't like holding microphones. I like to move my hands.
I like to move around.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just one of those people where I want to be involved. Like I walk out in the crowd, like that type of thing. Because I'm a man of the people.
Looking at you like, yo, man, what's going on with this guy? Like, he's not dressed up. He like a suit on. He don't do this. He don't do that. Like when you start that journey off. Was it discouraging to you at first?
In the beginning?
Yeah. In the very beginning.
In the very beginning, yeah, it is. It is very discouraging because you think something's wrong with you.
Right.
You think, why can't I do this? Or like, what's the problem? Like, I see other people doing it, or I believe that my speaking ability is strong. Like, I've been training, I've been working on this. So why aren't I getting the paid engagements? Why aren't I being sought after more regularly? Like is it me? Is there something wrong with me? Like, am I not tall enough? And like, am I not, do I not look the part?
But that's crazy because you these things do run through your mind.
Yeah,
right.
A bunch of random things will run through your mind. Another thing is, it's just so many different variables to it that you're sitting there just going through every last one. It turns into you looking for a reason as to why
Right.
it's not working, and it's just like 9 times out of 10, you got to learn how to hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait, bro. I'm glad that we actually did this. I feel like not only are you ministering and speaking to the people, man, you speaking to me, brother, like for real.
Oh,
you know
minister, that's a strong.
Yeah, I know.
Minister, that's a strong word.
It's a strong word, but I mean, for me, the reason why I use that word is because me and my mom had a conversation yesterday, and mind you, I grew up in the church, like
right.
hard in the church, and we had a conversation. My mom was like, "Listen, I like what you're doing, but maybe your language."
Okay, so let me touch on that real quick.
Right, go ahead.
So, because I had somebody ask me before, someone said, Brad, I heard you on a podcast or a radio interview, and when you go out and you do speaking engagements, you never curse.
Right.
You don't curse. And so why would you take these interviews with people that curse?
Right.
That curse. And I actually accredit that one to the reason as to why I do it. I credit that to D.L. Hughley.
Right.
He said, well, only cowards play home games.
Woo! Remember I said I had a problem with going to the building of church.
Right.
The reason why I have that problem going to the building of church is because people need help outside these 4 walls. And I feel like, and I was telling my mother, I said, well, maybe, Mom, that I'm that bridge.
Right.
I said, because me personally, like, I feel like I need to be out in the streets.
Right.
Because I can't help nobody from inside these 4 walls unless they come in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's where I, that's why I had to say, like, okay, yeah, my language is a little, well, to you, it's a little off.
Mm-hmm.
I curse and all that, but if you listen to the message,
right, if you pay attention, and that's just like somebody looking at me and saying, oh, well, he can't be an influence or a positive influence. He has a hat on. He has sneakers on.
Right.
He has jeans on. He has a hoodie on. And a lot of
he
people
looks like a rapper.
he looks like he's a rapper or an athlete or something like that. He's like, we want them to see something. And then I tell them, I'm not a rapper. I'm not, I'm not I guess you could say entertainer, whatever it is that you think that I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an educator.
Absolutely.
I'm a speaker. I'm a motivator. I'm here to help people. So you wouldn't understand that unless you took the time to listen. So like I've actually had a few people say it was funny. I was in a school, and it was a principal. I was getting ready to speak, and as I was getting ready to step out to speak, he went to go take my hoodie off. And I caught him as he was. I was like, "Excuse me." He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't the principal. It was the security guard." It was a security guard. He was like, "Sir, you went to reach and said, I'm gonna need you to take your hoodie off." I said, "I'm not taking my hood off." He was like, "Why not?" I was like, "Because I'm not a student. I'm a grown man." And I was asked to come here to speak to the kids. He's like, "No, I understand that, but I'm gonna need you." I said, "Listen, I'm not taking the hoodie off. So you can explain to your principal as to why you escorted me out of the building that I was asked to come speak at." And I had someone ask me because they saw it and they was like, "Oh wow, what was that?" He was like, "Yeah, I don't get that. What was that about?"
Right.
I was like, "Oh, he wanted me to take off my hood." He was like, "Well, let me ask you, why do you wear your hoodie while you're speaking?" I was like, "Well, Trayvon Martin was killed because he had a hoodie on and he was walking home." And my thing is, I don't think that you should fear somebody because of the way that they dress.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, I can show you that when I stand on stage and I'm empowering your kids
in a hoodie,
in my hoodie, in my black hoodie,
right,
and in my black hat, in my black clothes, like because I wear all black,
right, all day,
every day,
right.
It's all black. So I'm showing you that you can still have a positive message. I'm impacting your kids, your school, your faculty. Mm-hmm. I'm helping your people, and I'm dressed in a manner that you would not normally approve of. So if you saw me outside of this atmosphere, you might think that I was a thug. Yeah. You might think that I was a hoodlum or something like that, and you didn't take the time to talk to me. If you'd have just said, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm gonna greet you with a smile and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Right. I'm trying to change the narrative.
Right. Being a black man.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. Let's be real. Like being a black man, we already, as soon as we walk out of our door, we're a threat.
So
and
my
we're not like.
so my thing is, with the person who invented the hoodie, he didn't invent it with the intent for it to be sold to people who are hoodlums and thugs and what. No, it's just a form of clothing. Walking down the street, or if I'm doing a presentation at a school or something like that, 9 times out of 10 I got the hoodie on.
Right.
Because you need to see me the way that you would see me walking down the street.
Right.
You have to be able to see yourself in me.
But not there you go. I was about to say that. Like the kids have to be able to relate to. Therefore, they can see. Okay, he like me. But he's not like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? He looks like me, came from where I'm from, but I'm not trapped. I'm free.
Right.
Free your mind. You know what I'm saying?
I have to be comfortable. I have to be honest with myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not able to be comfortable and go out and be honest with myself when I speak, it dilutes my speaking ability.
Right.
It waters it down. I don't feel comfortable. I don't move as fluidly as I normally do. But when I came into my own and I realized, okay, I came out with my logo and I had the hat and I figured it all out and I was like, yo, I can be myself.
Right.
I can be who I want to be. And it freed me up and it allowed me to be able to speak with more confidence and more passion and more power. Mm-hmm. Because it was like they have no choice but to accept me because I'm not giving you another option.
Right.
There's no other option. You have to accept me for who I am and what I bring. Now, if you actually just pay attention and listen to what I'm saying, you'll see that I have something very important, mm-hmm. That I can provide for you and your school and for your students, that I can help get a point across, and bring it home better than you might be able to. And the reason why the issues come up as far as, why can't I get these students to listen to me and pay attention to me? I'm not a bad teacher. It's not about you being a bad teacher. Mm-hmm. It's not about the faculty being a bad staff. The issue is it's the same relationship that you have with a parent and a child, right? And what I'm saying with that is you wonder, okay, if the parent is doing everything for the child and doing, providing them with everything that they need, why would the child misbehave or be disobedient? It's because of the simple fact that you're seeing this person every single day. So you see everything that they're doing right and everything that they're doing wrong. So what that does is it shows you that person is human. So they might say, all right, I need you to clean your room every single day. Right? Keep your room clean. But if they go in your room and your room is not clean and it's a mess, then they're like, oh, you a human just like I am. You can't tell me to live like this or do X, Y, and Z. Or you can't say, I don't want you out there doing smoking, right? I don't want you out there smoking, but you smoke cigarettes. Right. And they're like, yeah, but I don't want you to do it. Well, then you need to show me that it's important enough for you to quit.
Put them together, because I was trying to put together. I will. Right. Let me speak that into existence. I will put together an event for the youth this summer. I want to do something. So if you're free, then
I'll be there.
I'll bring you
Let
up,
me
man.
know.
You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I want to shout the book out one more time before we close this podcast. I'm gonna say. Because, it's not an interview, brother. This is a podcast, man. You came through and you dropped knowledge on me. Oh. And I'm hoping that, that people, receive it as well the same way I did, man.
Oh, thank you.
But shout your book out one more time and tell them, where they can get it and where they can get in contact with you.
Right. So, if you want to grab the book, the book is called Pain, Passion, Purpose. It's on Amazon.com. Very easy to find. If you want to connect with me for speaking events or if you need a speaker for anything that you're doing, your schools, graduations, whatever the case may be, you can contact me at my email, which is contact@b-radinspires.com. Instagram is b_radinspires. YouTube channel is b-radinspires. And I actually have a video series that I do every Wednesday. Every Wednesday I drop a video. It's called Lit Motivation. Lit stands for Life Intentional Transition Motivation. Every Wednesday.
I like that. And you drop that on YouTube or drop that on Instagram?
It's actually on it's on YouTube and it's on my Facebook page. Facebook is b-radinspires. So b-radinspires.
All right. So y'all can check out my man book. Check him out on social media. Any bookings y'all need, holla at my man. He's great motivation speaker. I'm glad that you came through, brother. Thank you so much again, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right, two sides. You already know what this is, man.